Have you ever wondered who the first single mother in recorded history was? A thought-provoking question, isn't it? Well, we're about to embark on a journey that will lead us to a potential answer. Today, we're delving into a story that has resonated through the ages, a tale of hardship, faith, and endurance. This narrative is none other than the story of Hagar, a woman who faced life's trials with remarkable strength and resilience. Let's set sail on this historical journey as we unravel the story of Hagar, a woman of strength and resilience. Before we go any further, we ask you to like this video and subscribe to our channel because it'll help us understand what you like watching so we can create more videos like this. In the ancient times, in the household of Abraham and Sarah, there was a maidservant named Hagar. This humble maidservant found herself at the center of a divine promise. Abraham and Sarah, unable to have children of their own, sought to fulfill God's promise through Hagar. She was to be their surrogate, a vessel to carry forward the lineage of Abraham. Hagar's story is one of trial and tribulation. She was caught in the middle of a divine plan, a pawn in a game of faith and promise. Yet she bore this burden with grace and strength, carrying the weight of a promise she did not ask to partake in. The birth of Ishmael, her son, marked a pivotal moment in her story. Ishmael, a child of promise, was also a symbol of Hagar's own ordeal. He was a testament to her strength, her resilience, and her faith. In the face of adversity, Hagar brought forth a life that would shape history, a child who would become the father of a great nation. However, the birth of Ishmael was not without its challenges. Hagar faced mistreatment and suffering, a woman scorned and rejected, yet she persevered, her faith unwavering, her spirit unbroken. In the midst of her tribulation, Hagar was about to experience a divine encounter that would change her life forever. Out in the wilderness, feeling desolate and rejected, Hagar had an encounter with the divine. This encounter was no mere coincidence, but a divine appointment set by God Himself. In her darkest hour, when hope seemed lost, the Almighty broke through with a message of promise and provision. In her solitude, Hagar was visited by an angel of the Lord. He found her by a spring in the desert, a place of desolation, yet also a source of life. The angel delivered a message from God Himself, a promise that her offspring would be too numerous to count. The child in her womb, Ishmael, was destined to be the father of a great nation. This was no ordinary promise, but a divine covenant, a pledge from the Creator of the universe. Despite her circumstances, Hagar was not alone. God saw her, He heard her cries, and He cared for her. In this profound moment, she named God El Roi, which means the God who sees. This name was a testament to her personal encounter with the divine, a moment that forever changed her perception of God and herself. In the wilderness, Hagar experienced God's love and provision in a tangible way. She understood that God was not distant or uncaring, but ever-present and deeply compassionate. This encounter was not merely a fleeting moment, but a pivotal point in her journey, a divine turning point that shaped her destiny. Through this divine encounter, Hagar's life took on a new meaning. She was no longer just a maidservant or a pawn in someone else's story. She was seen and loved by God, chosen for a significant role in His grand narrative. She was a mother, a survivor, and a woman of faith who trusted in God's promises, even in the face of adversity. Hagar's story was far from over, for she had a significant role to play in God's grand plan. Her encounter with the divine in the wilderness was just the beginning of her journey, a journey woven into the tapestry of God's redemptive story. In a broader context, Hagar's story held significant symbolism in the biblical narrative. She was more than just a character in the tale of Abraham and Sarah. Hagar served as a symbol, a representation of the law of Moses. Her story is a poignant representation of the human struggle to understand divine will and to find our own path to God. In her desperate attempt to fulfill God's promise through a surrogate, we see the futility of human efforts to force divine will. It is a potent reminder that man-made solutions cannot replace divine intervention and that we must trust in God's timing. Hagar's story also symbolizes the need to reject futile ways to draw near to God. Her plight and subsequent divine encounter underscore the fact that God cherishes and loves us, even when we may not feel it. It encourages us to trust in his constant care and provision, and not to rely solely on human efforts to secure divine blessings. Hagar's narrative is a testament to the fact that God sees and cares for us in our darkest moments. It assures us of his presence and love, even when we feel lost and forgotten. This symbolism is a vital aspect of Hagar's story, offering a lesson in faith, patience, and divine providence. Hagar's story serves as a reminder of God's constant care and provision, even in our darkest moments. Hagar's story is not just a tale from the past, but a beacon of hope and resilience that resonates even today. At the heart of this narrative are profound lessons that echo through the ages. First, her story is a testament to God's provision. Despite Hagar's seemingly desolate situation, God promised her a future, a lineage that would grow into a great nation. This teaches us to trust in God's plan, even when it seems impossible. Second, Hagar's story underscores God's constant care. Even when she was abandoned and alone, God pursued her, assuring her of his presence. This reminds us that we are never alone, that God is always with us, guiding us through the trials of life. Lastly, Hagar's encounter with God illuminates his ability to see us in our darkest moments. When Hagar felt unseen and forgotten, God saw her, heard her cries, and responded to her need. This assures us that God sees us, hears us, and cares for our well-being. Hagar's story challenges us to trust in God's constant care and provision. What are your thoughts on this? Are you a single mother like Hagar? Share your experiences and thoughts with us in the comments below. Also, don't go just yet though. Watch the next video on your screen.